Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session and calls number 23-CCCR 0456. And the case is styled the state of Texas versus Vital Espinoza.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Espinoza, is that your full name?
Yes, sir. Peter Espinosa Jr. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Espinoza, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Espinoza, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Espinoza, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Espinoza? How are you doing?
Oh, great. God is good.
That's right. Now, Mr. Espinoza, I have before me a document that is, well, first of all, Mr. Espinoza, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Attorney Joe Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, do you waive record in Mr. Espinoza's case?
Yeah, sure.
Now, Mr. Espinoza, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about, it's a Class B. You have a Class A, it's a Class B. This information alleges that you, Vital Espinoza, on or about March 8th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft of mail. Mr. Espinoza, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty was theft of mail is less than or equal to 10 addresses. Mr. Espinoza, to this charge, how do you plead? No contest?
No
Guilt?
contest.
No contest?
Yes, sir.
Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Espinoza, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
No, sir.
Okay, sure, to him.
He didn't sign
Oh,
that.
yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, now, Mr. Espinoza, this offense is a Class B misdemeanor. The range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed 180 days, a fine not to exceed $2,000 or both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor? Page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line that's next to a box that's checked no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Sir.
I also have a document that's titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Vasquez, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir. I understood everything, sir.
And you understood everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes,
to the
sir.
best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Mr. Espinoza, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, probable cause affidavit. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibits 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
No objection, 1 or 2, yes.
No objection. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Vasquez, you provide in counsel, Mr. Espinoza. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
There you go.
Mr. Espinoza, your attorney, Mr. Vasquez is advising counsel to you. Are you satisfied with this representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Espinoza, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that
In
agreement?
exchange for a plea of guilty or no contest, state agreed to recommend 10 days in Jefferson County Jail and court costs. Defendant has a credit for 10 days, so it has to be time to serve and no tax on retirement.
Okay, and the court cost is $275. Mr. Espinoza, the state is offering that you serve 10 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 10 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served in jail. The court cost in this case is $275, but you will not be required to pay the $275 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, $275 will be taxed and retired. Now, Mr. Espinoza, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Espinoza, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. And Mr. Espinoza, you're going to stand in front of our clerk, who is to my immediate right. You're going to follow her directions. And once you're finished following her directions, you can follow the bailiff. Now, if you do not have anything else holding you in jail today, you should be getting out of jail today.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are. Please stand right here.